Welcome to Inspiration with Jacqueline. For those who don't know me, I'm Jacqueline, if you couldn't figure it out in the name. I am enjoying some coffee and we're just going to chat a little bit. So, hope you enjoy. I have decided to go on this learning to love myself journey, and I would love to take other people with me so we can find ourselves and learn to love ourselves again. I think, I believe when we become parents and we get married and, and we have a lot of baggage carried from our past, and then we go through, there's divorces out there, there's just so many things. I think we lose ourselves in the moment at times, and we forget about ourselves. We get busy, whether it's because of the kids. We got to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. We forget simple things like washing our face. Yes, it is a miracle if I wash my face, and I only have one kid. We forget to take care of ourselves, and taking care of ourselves is not just physical, it's also mental. So the main topic that I want to kind of bring up today, and every time I do a video, I'm going to do another different topic, but it will all kind of come together and coincide with each other. So, there's a lot of lies that we believe on a daily basis. There are lies that we've been hanging on to for all of our lives, whether it's a parent who said that we will just be so much prettier if we lost weight. The friends and family who lost hope on the addict and they just gave up hope and they said, you know what, she's clean now, but later, she's a lost cause. That's a lie. Maybe some people are a lost cause, maybe, I don't know. I don't know every person in the world, so I don't know. But if we keep on claiming these lies on other people, it is going to be a lost cause. We sit here and we believe these things that were said to us 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and yet we forget all the positivity and all the positive things that our friends and family do support us in, if that makes sense. My biggest thing is I believed that I wasn't worth anything unless I lost a certain amount of weight. So every time I would go on a diet, I did it because I wanted to feel pretty. I wanted to be pretty. I just wanted to feel worth it. And it was driven in my head all the time that you would just be so much prettier if you would just lose weight. And I believed that for so long, but yet as much as that was told to me, I had all these friends and all these great people that told me how beautiful I was, and that my weight did not define who I was. So that's just kind of an example. That's my own personal example, but there are so many different things, and I have my notes here, and I've written out notes so many times to make this perfect, and it's not going to be perfect. We're winging it, but to touch on things, the lies that we're told, when we make decisions for our kids, that's a big one. And I see it on Facebook all the time. People are always so judgmental about what we choose to do with our kids. There are people going through divorces, and everybody there's two sides to every story, but everybody always picks a side and that person gets attacked. And little do they know that this person may be doing everything they can that's best for their child. They're getting a better job, or there are things, they left the marriage because it was an abusive marriage or whatever. And people don't see that side of it because they refuse to see it. And so we believe these lies that these terrible people were making horrible decisions. People are afraid to leave their spouses because they're being abused, because they literally feel like they're not going to make it on their own because of financial stability or whatever the case may be. So, and I'm just listing some lies that might, sound familiar. Let's see. The single parent wanting to go to school, it's one of my favorites, is that everybody's like, oh, you're going to regret it. You're not going to have time. You're not going to, you're not going to be able to make it. You're not going to be able to do this. Well, guess what? A lot of single parents do. The single moms, single dads, they make it. They work full time, and it's hard, and they lose a lot of sleep, but they make it. It may be hard, and they may need a lot of support, but they make it. Don't let people lie to you, because that's just a lie. That's just how they feel, and that's not the truth. You can do anything you want to do. Another big one that I really hate is that people automatically decide for you. Your parents were alcoholics, or they were an addict of some sort, so guess what? You're going to be the same. No, you're not. You can choose. Is it going to be hard because maybe you have some addictive qualities? Yeah, it's going to be hard. But that doesn't mean that you are going to be an alcoholic. Don't let anybody claim that on your life, because you are so much better than that. Just because we grow up a certain way doesn't always mean that we end up that way. And it's important for people to know that. It's easier to hang on to the negative rather than the positive. As I said kind of towards the beginning, the things that we sit there and we soak in, all this negativity, and we forget about all the positivity that other people are trying to pour out to us. When has a friend came up to you and said, you know what, you're a really good friend. You're beautiful. You're whatever. Hang on to those. Why are we hanging on to the things that have been said to us 10 years ago, 20 years ago? It's so much easier for us to stay in our comfort zone and hang on to those negatives because we're just so used to it. But we need to learn to let go, because the most important thing that I can tell you right now, and I have found out the hard way, the most important thing that you can do for yourself is love yourself. Stop believing the lies, let them go, and start realizing who you are. Because who you are, there's a fly, and it's annoying. I apologize. Who you are is wonderful and beautiful. And have we all made mistakes? Yeah. Are you human? If you didn't make a mistake, I would be more concerned about that. We make mistakes, but they don't define who we are. And if they do define us, it's because it's made us stronger and it's made us a different person, and we learn from those. So yeah, it's probably, it's going to kind of shape who we are, but it doesn't have to be a negative thing. I keep on saying, I'll get used to this, guys. I promise I will. And we may edit this out. I don't know what's going to happen. So the basic thing that I want, and I've listed examples, and I feel like I haven't touched enough, but I don't want to take up a lot of time, because we'll do another video and we'll go more in depth in this. But the biggest thing is, we have to keep on going through life. We still have to get up in the morning. We still have to do what we're supposed to do. While we're doing this thing called life, what's it going to hurt to take a moment and to love ourselves? So I'm going to tell you what I do, and everybody is different. Hold on a second. I write down in a journal something positive about me, whether it's physical, mental, whatever, I write something positive about myself each day. And I challenge you to do it too. Give it a week even. And I'm telling you, even after a week, my spirit started changing. I started seeing that I was worth more than I really expected. And so I challenge you guys to do this. And if you like to do it a different way, put a message on your mirror. I know a lot of my friends, or a lot of people that I've met recently, they put messages on their mirrors, to encourage them. That's great. Whatever works for you. But I challenge you to do this before my next video comes out. And because I know a lot of my friends will give me feedback and message me. So hopefully you're willing to do this. And turn around those lies that have been told to you. Start realizing your worth, because who you are is wonderful. And you were beautifully made just the way you are, despite our flaws, despite our craziness, our weirdness. I'm the weirdest one yet. And you know what? I'm embracing it. I am not hiding who I am anymore. I'm just not. I am literally going to embrace, and I'm going to learn to love myself. And it's going to be a journey. It's not going to be easy. This is not something that's simple. It's a journey. That's literally what it is. So, think about the lies. And another thing that I suggest is writing down the lies that have been told to you, something that you're going through right now. I know some are struggling in their marriages, or they're in a process of divorce or whatever, and they're being told a lot of ugly things. They're not a good, father. They're not a good mother. They're not a good spouse. They're this, they're that. They're worthless. Write those things down and cross them off and be like, no, this is not true, because it's not true. Do we make mistakes? Yes. I've said it about 10 times in this video because I want to stress that. We all make mistakes. But it doesn't make us horrible people. Know your worth and love yourself. And so take the steps to do this. In fact, the writing down the lies thing is something that I have been wanting to do and I haven't yet. And that's something I want to do this week. Is my goal is to write down the lies that I've been told and see how much and when I write them down, I want to see them and I want to cross them off, because to me it's a visual of no, this is not true. Turn it around, make it positive, love yourself, because who you are is amazing. So I think that's it for today. Bear with me, it's my first video, and I do say awkward things, and I say a lot, and yeah, so, I'm weird like that, but, I hope you enjoyed. It's gonna get better once I get more, organized and used to this kind of thing. So, I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. If you took the time to watch, I appreciate you so much. I'm really trying to I'm trying to go through this journey, and I want other people to join me, because so far it's been a pretty interesting experience and I'm not far into it yet. I still got a lot to go. So anyway, I hope everybody has a great week, and I will see you all soon. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.